Right, so next stage is we've stocks on. Well, basically the bones are in the oven for the stock. And what we're going to do now is basically I'm going to start by putting the fat. I want to render down in small pan, low heat, nice and gently, guys. And because it's quite difficult to find duck fat at the minute, I don't know why, I'm going to start using another fat. So I'm going to start helping that process by adding some butter in there as well. Alright, so I'm slowly going to basically confit slash poach the drumsticks in duck fat slash butter mix. Nice and gently, low heat, no major heat on it, nice and slow. I want to start that rendering down while I'm preparing and finishing off the last of it. Alright, so next stage for me, like I say, is going to be prepping the breasts and the legs. So we'll take the legs first. As you see, beautiful leg, happy days, I'm happy with that. Again, any excess fat, it's going to go in my comfy oil. So basically I'm just going to trim off the excess fat of that. Yeah, that's just going to go in. What will happen is the fat will come out of the skin, and then you're going to be left with the shrivel up, so like skin bits that you don't really need. And basically what I'll do is I'll take them out, pass the duck fat off, and I can freeze it down and use it for something else when I want to. So for same again for your thigh, drumstick. Basically what I want to do is go down, find where the groove is. Straightforward, simple as what you would do with chicken. And if you get it right, it should go straight through, like so. And then there's your thigh that we're going to be braising down. So thigh number one. Drumstick, beautiful. Yeah, but what I want to do, as we always do, we always trim the drumsticks down so that we can get the best presentation as we can. So again, remember, quite sinewy. Is raw duck leg. You see, prime example there, beautiful. Nice bit of sinew going on there. Basically just going to scrape that away from the drumstick. Yep, trim that down. I'm basically going to poach these in the duck fat, confit them down in their own juices, as it were. And because they've been cut right at the knuckle joint, it's going to be quite difficult for me just to snap that off. So basically I think I'm going to have to cut it off with a blade. Heavy blade as always. Just nice and clean. Classically, if I was doing a confit, what I would do, I would basically salt this for 24 to 48 hours so it helps dry it out and basically give us a flavour, because in the salt you would have some thyme, you'd have bay leaf and the like as well. Alright, but this obviously today, as I'm working at home, I'm going to be just prepping them and getting them in. Alright, so the duck legs go in. Drumstick number one. Again, same process with the next thigh and drumstick, so excess fat off. That goes in there because I'm not wasting any of it. Beautiful, beautiful duck from Butterworths. And then I find the groove. So if you find it, it's easier for it to cut straight through. Happy days. No major issues. So two thighs, beautiful. And then, like I say, French trim that all the way around. Hold on to that. Use the back base of your bone, a knife. So nothing's going to waste, it's all going to go in there, it's all going to be flavour. so happy days. And again, with the heavy blade, through, shattered that, but never mind. Chance it takes sometimes. Trim that down a little bit so it's not sharp. And that's that. That's my two drumsticks. They're going to sit in there. I'll get some bay leaf from my kitchen or garden in a moment, add that to it, and tin foil over the top and take it nice and slowly. And my thighs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off the bone. So I don't want the bones in there, I actually just want the boned thigh. Alright, I'll go through what I'm doing with them in a moment. So whilst I've got the prepping board here, I may as well do it. Like so you've got your thigh number 1 boned out, thigh number 2 boned out, happy days. Like so, up and over, nice and straightforward. So there, I'm going to go on my stock. There is my boned out thigh. Just check for any bristle, which there is a little bit here. And trim that off. It is. Like so. Alright, so again I'll go and I'll show you what I want doing with them in a later time. Next stage for me is my breast. So your breast, what you've got here, you've got a nice breast, fully fatted, yeah, I'm happy with that. And you've got this mini fillet. Mini fillet is going to be no use to near one, alright? So basically you're going to take that mini fillet off. If you've got a load of ducks and you're prepping a load of ducks over a period of time, I'll keep them, yeah, because you can mince it down for a little bonbon or make it into a terrine or anything like that. So you can use it for other things, but because we're not going to be using it on the breast, because what will happen is this will overcook by the time your duck's cooked. That's going to be dry, rubbery and horrible. So take that off at all times, all right. Like I say down here, excess fat off. That's going to go in my gut duck pan. Not wasting anything, as I said. So like so. Same again with this part. Trim that off. It's going to go in there as well. So as you can see, I'm getting plenty of fat off my duck as I'm prepping it. And like I say, none of that will go to waste. What you need to do now is basically get it prepped, ready to go when you start to cook it, which will be at a later time during your session. So like I say, so around here there's a little bit of sinew, you want to get rid of that. This little sinew here, get rid of it. And have a look at the breast itself, turned over. So nice breast, beautiful. And what you need to do is gently, I mean gently, score. You don't want to score the flesh, you're scoring the fat. Alright? Because when we start the cooking process, you want to start rendering that excess fat out. Alright? So like that, one way, exactly the other way. So, days 1, second breast, again mini fillet off, use that for something else, you don't want to waste it. Trim up, and that excess fat off there, and it goes. Excess fat off there. These. Alright, up to there. Get that off. Have a look at it. Needs a little trim there. And that's it. Nice and slow though. Slow and slow. Nice and even, neat lines. That's breast number 1, breast number 2, done. Yeah, thighs done. Offal ready to go. Liver, because I'm making it and using it in my sauce, I'm not going to be using the livers. Like I say, you can keep them nice pate out of them, parfait out of them, a little garnish, maybe a canapé. If you're doing an assiette of duck, that can be one part of it. Yeah. So your gizzard and all the rest of the trimmings, they're all going to go in my stock or my braising liquor and sauce. So that's the key part of breaking down your duck. So basically straightforward, same as your chicken. Check for any imperfections. Then you need to basically take the legs off. I broke the legs down into drumsticks and thighs, boned out the thighs, ready to go in a moment. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them in a moment. I'm comfying down the legs, the drumsticks. So I've French trimmed the drumsticks and they're in the